Isla walked slowly to the front gates of Ridgewood High, her hands gripping her backpack straps so tightly her knuckles turned pale. She was the kind of girl who moved like she was trying to occupy less space, slipping between crowds without making a sound. Her long, dark hair hid half her face, and her gaze stayed fixed on the floor as she counted her steps down the hallway. It was her first day, and she had only one goal: don't draw attention. But the universe rarely grants peace to the quiet ones. As she reached her locker, the school's most feared trio, Chase, Liam, and Harper, spotted her. Chase narrowed his eyes, studying her like a puzzle he wanted to break apart. "Who's the new ghost?" he muttered, loud enough to draw laughter from nearby students. The bullies approached her with practiced cruelty. Isla gently opened her locker, placing her books inside with deliberate softness. That softness made Chase smirk. He slammed his shoulder into her, hard enough to knock her books to the floor. "Watch it," he growled, pretending it was an accident. Isla stiffened but immediately bent to pick her books up. "It's okay," she whispered, hoping the moment would end there. Liam, smelling fear where there was none, kicked the book across the hall. "Oops," he mocked. Harper leaned in with fake innocence. "Don't be shy. Say something." But Isla remained still, silent, composed. This wasn't fear, it was discipline, something no one around her could recognize. The bullies watched her walk away quietly, assuming she was too weak to stand up for herself. Little did they know that beneath her quiet exterior lived a highly trained jiu-jitsu black belt who could dismantle all three of them in seconds. They thought she was prey. They were wrong. 2 days later, Isla took a different route after school, hoping to avoid confrontation. She walked behind the gym where the noise faded and the air felt calmer. But calm wasn't waiting for her. The bullies were. Chase leaned against the wall with a grin that made her stomach turn. Liam cracked his knuckles. Harper held up her phone, ready to record entertainment. Isla stopped. She didn't tremble. She simply sighed, knowing this moment was inevitable. Chase stepped forward and blocked her path. "We're not done with you," he taunted. Liam yanked her backpack off her shoulder and tossed it behind him. Harper giggled, already imagining the video title. "Shy Girl Breaks Down." Isla spoke softly. "Please give it back. I don't want trouble." Her voice was gentle, almost too gentle, and that made them push harder. "Liam, or what? You gonna run to a teacher?" Chase grabbed her wrist, trying to drag her forward. That was his mistake. Isla's eyes lifted, calm, focused, calculating. In an instant, her training switched on. Her body reacted before thought. She pivoted on her heel, trapped Chase's wrist, and flipped him onto the ground with a perfect hip throw. He hit the pavement with a grunt that shocked even him. Liam charged at her. With effortless precision, Isla sidestepped, grabbed his arm, and swept his legs out from under him. He crashed beside Chase, groaning in disbelief. Harper stopped recording, hands trembling. What the hell are you?" she stuttered. Isla just picked up her backpack, dusted it off, and said quietly, "I asked nicely." She walked away without looking back, her posture calm but firm, leaving behind 3 bullies who had no idea they had just been defeated by someone who never wanted to fight at all. The entire school buzzed the next morning. Whispers followed Isla everywhere she walked. "Did you hear?" She flipped Chase. She took down all 3 of them. Isla kept her eyes down, wishing the world would forget. But ego is louder than truth, and Chase's ego was screaming. During lunch, Chase stormed across the courtyard with Liam and Harper trailing behind him. Students immediately noticed and started recording. Isla sat alone under a tree, eating quietly, pretending not to see the crowd forming. Chase slammed his hand on her table. "Get up," he demanded. "You and me. Now." Isla swallowed, looked up calmly, and said, "I don't want to fight you." Liam snorted. "Too scared today?" Harper sneered. "Come on, new girl. Show us your tricks." Alia stood slowly, not as a challenge, but as an act of respect. "Please don't make me do this," she said softly. Chase swung anyway, a wild, angry punch. Isla moved like water. Effortless. Calm. She slipped beside him, grabbed his sleeve, and redirected his momentum. Chase flew across the grass and landed hard. The crowd gasped, phone shaking. He jumped up, furious, and charged again. Isla stepped in, locked his arm, and gently pinned him to the ground. She held him there, without hurting him, speaking in a low voice only he could hear. You don't have to be this person, but if you keep hurting people, someone will stop you. When she released him, Chase stayed on the ground, stunned by the mercy she showed. The courtyard was silent. Isla walked away, not triumphantly, but peacefully, a warrior who fought only when she had to. From that day forward, Chase changed, and Isla became a quiet legend, proof that the shyest person in the room might just be the strongest.